C'est la force de l'héréditaire du cœur de Haïti.
De toutes les villes qui l'arrosent et qui la rend si majestueuse. En premier lieu, c'est Port-au-Prince. Ville très grande et très généreuse.
Port-au-Prince, la capitale, celle qui offre pour les sans événements la joie d'y vivre comme s'ils sont chez eux.
Vraiment, elle s'est faite mériter d'être gravée dans notre mémoire. Au naïf que je veux citer, la cité de l'indépendance.
Au naïf, je veux lui être redevable, car c'est là qu'on choisit nos héros pour rédiger l'acte de l'indépendance.
Allons encore un peu plus loin, on verra d'autres belles villes, telles les Cailles-Villes au terrain plat, et est de la terre haïtienne.
Les cailles, celles qui se glorifient d'avoir permis à ses habitants le plaisir continuel de jouir les moments les plus délicieux de leur vie.
J'ai beaucoup dit mais pas fini, car de la longue chaîne urbaine, je veux mentionner Port-de-Paix, ville au climat le plus tranquille.
Port-de-Paix, ville qui se fait aimer par le charme de son atmosphère, qui n'est jamais ni chaude ni froide.
Unissons-nous ensemble, frères, et chantons en cœur ces merveilles. Cap haïtien, notre joyau, la ville la plus originale.
Cap haïtien, la ville la mieux classée, ville des titans et des popées, dans les parages de laquelle s'érige la 8e merveille du monde.
Joignons nos cœurs pour dire avec fermeté et courage, alliés à notre franchise, vive Haïti, notre patrie.
Haïti, symbole de charme, celle pour laquelle nous jouons tous de mourir et pour Dieu, liberté, égalité, fraternité.
Haïti, perle des Antilles.
Yes, 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 yes. This is Thursday Night Live with Broken But Not Wasted Ministries. We'll welcome you to this platform once again. If it's Thursday night, if it's 7:30, it is Thursday Night Live, le jeudi en direct avec Broken But Not Wasted Ministries. So, I hope you enjoyed this beautiful video of our country, of our homeland, Haiti, which we all love so very, very, very much. So tonight we have a beautiful guest, a native, a daughter of the land. Her name is Françoise Elise. She's going to be talking to us about a beautiful work that she's done and things that are still happening in her life. So prior to starting, I want to do an actual overview of the land of Haiti. Haiti is a beautiful island located in the Caribbean. Haiti obtained its independence from France in 1804, making it the first Black republic to be free from slavery, and the second one in the country of the Americas to be free from colonial rule. So Haiti is bordered to the east by the Dominican Republic. It is bordered to the west by Cuba and its northern peninsula. To the west of the southern peninsula by Jamaica and the Bahamas to the north. Haiti is a beautiful land, a mountainous land. Terre noire, terre d'Haïtien, sont terres qui très belle, qui très précieuse, avec belles plages, comme nous toutes connaissons, il y a pile montagne. So Haïti, c'est vraiment un pays que nous chéris dans le cœur nous, quel que soit l'heure, quel que soit côté nous passer. So, with us is Françoise Elise. Miss Françoise Elise is here with us tonight. She was born in Haiti. Like I said, she's a native of the land of Haiti to Haitian parents. At the age of 13, her family relocated to Miami. Her parents maintained Haitian traditions at home. Françoise earned her bachelor's degree in marketing and went on to acquire her master's degree. And she went on to acquire, sorry about that, a master's degree in international business from the University of Miami, the U. So when she completed her education, Françoise went to work for her family's business, RICA, R-I-K-A, a food products company. Working in the business for many years taught her the skills of entrepreneurship. In addition to her duties for the family business, Françoise enjoys exercising her creativity in artistic ventures. She founded a fashion label, Françoise Elise Collections, in 2009. Her collection, which has been featured in magazines such as InStyle, Elle, and Glamour, includes handbags and accessories made from exotic materials that have been sold around the world. Please help me welcome Miss Françoise Elise to this platform. Françoise, welcome and thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah, for having me. It's an honor to be with you this evening. And wow, what an introduction. Thank you. And the way you speak of our country really it takes my breath away. What a beautiful introduction.
Yeah.
Congratulations on this platform. It's very well deserved in our community, and I'm
Yes.
excited to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much again. So, without any further ado, we're here to talk about you, about your accomplishments, and what value are you are bringing to our community, to our country as a whole. So, tell us a little bit more about yourself, maybe something that we missed in the introduction. Please tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive right into the interview.
One thing that I would think people may not know or they miss about me is I'm really into cultures. I enjoy traveling, and as much as I've traveled, even it makes me appreciate my home country even more because it shows me more and more how much our country is so rich in culture, and it's something that I truly appreciate about Haiti, about our upbringing, how colorful it is, how rich it is, and it's just an endless story. There's always beautiful stories behind the scenes about Haiti. So it's really one of my greatest passions is culture. That was a family vacation.
When we see it, we see a beautiful woman. Tell us a little bit. What's behind that picture?
Uh, Behind that picture, I would say thank you. By the way, for the compliment, thank you. Um, I would say I'm a very strong woman. I take it from my mom, and I know we're going to talk about the book Haiti Rediscovered, and I have a very strong admiration for Haitian women, and the term potomitan, which I put in big fonts in the first pages of the book, it's really to underline how strong Haitian women are and resilient. And so about me, I am a strong woman. I appreciate culture. I enjoy being with my family, my friends. I enjoy our food, sometimes a little too much, and it's
I'm
about
with you on that, okay? I'm with you. Who does not do that? What Haitian person does not overdo it sometimes? It is so
I grew up
flavorful.
in a house. I grew up in a house of food. My mom is a chef by hobby. She doesn't do it professionally, but she did go to culinary arts school, and my father cooks as well. So I come from a house where food it's always there, and it's great food. So and we're known as the house of great taste Haitian food. So what can I say?
And I was going to add rather, I was going to add that you're probably a very close knit family just because of what you said. Because whenever there is a lot of food around in a house, that becomes like a base where everybody meets, where everybody fellowships, where everybody bring their friends of a friend of a friend. So you're probably very close knit
Um,
family.
as a family, we're four children and my parents. As a family, we eat together every Sunday. It's a tradition that my parents have kept our whole lives. So we there's no invitation needed. It's understood that on Sundays we're all together, and either my mom or my father will cook, and we sit
Mhm.
around the table
Yes.
religiously every Sunday. And also, my parents, they really enjoy hosting. Um,
Mhm.
and that's when I grew up listening to the most interesting conversations. So I was always curious as a child, and I always listen to adults conversation. So anyway, our house is known for lengthy conversation, all sorts of conversation, and food. And you are right, food does bring people together, so we do that.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I can only imagine. Yes, absolutely. Tell us, you left Haiti when you were 18. I'm sorry, when you were 13. So, by the way, you said you would listen in on conversation. People from Haiti, usually they tell you, don't be sitting here and listen to our conversation, right? Alshita, all right, I'll jouer. Okay,
Yo
bye.
toujou djou soto bat bouche gamoun,
Yes,
I would leave and come back.
and you come back, right? You'll come back. Okay, Francois, so you left Haiti. Your family came over here when you were 13. So tell us, qui sort songer de Haïti en tant qu'un petit monde 13 ans, ou te gen assez, ou te gen bon gentil esprit, j'en moun yo capable di, hein, right? You were old enough to remember stuff. So what is your most, what is, or what are your most vivid, vivid memories of Haiti? What are the most vivid memories you have of that land?
Definitely one of my favorites were going to the mountains with my mom on weekends because she had her flower farm, and she would go visit I don't know, the locals in the area of Fusi. And they always had coffee. And I'm going back to food. They always had coffee and bread and butter for us. And we would sit and eat with them while my mom would go around her mountains of flowers. And that's what I love about my mom. When she noticed that there was a need for that Haiti was importing so many flowers, and she's a florist by trade. She had her flower shop, Feliz Fleur en la Lue, right across Les Sœurs de Cette Roselima.
Oui, 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 oui.
Her flower shop there, Feliz Fleur. So she just started her own flower farm instead of importing, and she would sell to the other stores. But anyway, going back to the vivid memories, I really enjoyed going to the mountains, and it was so fresh, and the bread and butter and coffee from the locals were always delicious, and also stopping by Chez Wallace, which was always fun. I think that's the most vivid and enjoyable time as a child in Haiti.
You are so beautiful, Françoise.
Thank you
Yes,
so
she is. She is beautiful.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
beautiful. This is from our motherland, from our native land. We have a lot of beautiful, different, features, physical features, physical traits, but all so beautiful.
And
So
to
yeah,
that, if I may add something, I go to Haiti every now and then. Being from the fashion, being from the fashion industry and the creative industry and the creative world, when I'm in the car and just going around in the streets, I really look around. And like you just said, we have so many beautiful traits. And I always wonder, do model scouts go to Haiti to scout models? Because I've seen the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life,
that is
just
an absolutely great point that you're making.
all the
Yes,
all the time.
that
All
they
the
could,
time.
so
I
many
always imagine
beautiful women that they
all
could have discovered. Yes.
the time. So
Wow.
anyway, to the point of what you were saying, we do have beautiful features.
Yes, yes. So now let's jump into your work. All right. This beautiful work that you've put out there, this is excellent. This is very solid. A beautifully illustrated, well illustrated. Before I even get into it, if I could kind of let people see the cover. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
Do you
With
have the
beautiful,
box? The
yes,
box
I do.
that it slides out of?
Yes, I do have the box. Yes, thank you for doing that. It is beautifully illustrated with all sorts of colors. I mean, beautiful pictures. And with each different page, and you explain what the picture's about, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to let you get into it, but those pictures are just so captivating. So tell us a little bit about the photographer,
Um,
about Pipe.
the photography, I mean, it's a given. I've known Pipe for so long. He's one of my dearest and closest friends in Miami. I think we've known each other now for over 15 or 18 years. And Pipe is an artist, by trade a photographer, and Pipe as well has traveled around the world to photograph families. That's his, that's his brand, and that's what he's known for. And one time he was back in Miami, and we were out catching up about life, about his trip. And I told him, I said, Pipe, your work is so beautiful. I've been looking at your pictures on social media, and I said, you really need to put a book out there. And he looked at me over wine. He goes, why don't we do a book on Haiti? And I looked at him, I said, why not? And because I'm also a daring person. And he said it as a joke. And me, I'm like, I thought about it. I said, why not? So then him and we met again, and we started doing some research. And I realized there were all the books that were coming up, for the most part, were about politics. They were about religion. They were about, instability, the economies, and all of that. And I thought, there's no book that really talks about the manufacturing aspect of our country and the products that are made in our country. And going further, I also found that there were no books about women. The last book that spoke of women was, I think, in the 1950s, and of women artists, which was beautiful. So as a businesswoman, I decided to focus on that subject matter. And Pipe, also a lover of culture and travel, he was so excited to jump in this project with me. And we traveled to Haiti. We documented these wonderful ladies together, and we collaborated on the book, and here you are, the result of a friendship and respect and work ethics. Pipe was a joy to work with, and he remains one of my best friends.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Just talking in a regular conversation, an idea was thrown at you and you caught it. You caught it and you ran with it, and both of you realized this beautiful piece. That's absolutely wonderful.
We realized what we did, honestly, because from that moment, him and Pipe really is a hard worker. And from the moment we said, okay, let's do this, we just both jumped in. And it was one of the best decisions of my life. And then from that moment, it took a year and a half to put this beautiful work together. And we realized what we did at the book release in Miami, when there were about 350 people waiting for us in the auditorium, and we're about to go out for the Q&A, and we realized, what did we just do? And it was too late. So we still had to walk out and answer questions. It was it just went by so fast.
That's beautiful. And I like the way you put it. I'm going to let you explain more about why you chose. You said there were no women's book out there that that promote Haitian women as the potomitan. J'en dis, ou te get exprimer idée ça de potomitan. What do you mean by that? As the Haitian woman, la femme haïtienne comme le pilier principal, si tu veux, ou bien la colonne vertébrale de la société haïtienne, comme potomitan. Qui sauve les là?
Growing up, I've always heard that term because, at my house, we're fluent in Creole. I always hear the term. I knew what it was, not only knowing what it was, but also living what it is, because my mom and I were very close. She's very close to all her children, and we have a very strong bond. And I can honestly say that I'm a witness of that every single day of my life. I think my mom keeps the whole machine going. She's the counselor. She's the mother. She's the counselor. She's the friend. She's the businesswoman. She's everything. And, that's my mom. But then also just look, I do think even friends of mine and, everywhere, I think Haitian Haitians as a culture itself, we are resilient, and I think the women are behind as well in a strong way that
Mhm.
resilience. And
Mhm.
I am happy, difficult circumstances, and that they
Mhm.
still manage to do it is very admirable. So to me, this book definitely represents Potomita and not only these women, but all Haitian women.
Yes, absolutely. And I love the way you put a lot of proverbs throughout the book. All right. Mais en pile chai palou, l'espoir fait vivre, derrière mon gen mon. All these proverbs, and as those pictures, the pictures speak for themselves, but you take the time actually to break it down in a very understandable, in a very comprehensible way that is to be that is to be admired. Truly, that is to be admired. This
You know,
is very inspiring. And
I'm go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. I was gonna ask you. You said that this project took about a year and a half. So that means you guys were in Haiti for a whole year and a half, or you just went for a month, took all the pictures, and then come back. But this is truly, this is solid work. I
Thank you
am,
so
I'm
much.
truly impressed.
Thank you so much. What we did, when PP and I decided we're going to collaborate on this, I put a team together, and Natalie Nardone, which is one of my best friends, she currently resides in Europe. She used to live in Miami, and she's
Mhm.
such a talented writer. And I asked her to co-write the book with me, so she collaborated in the writing, and there's also the editor. So it was a group of us. We religiously met. We set the meetings. We met the meetings. I was leading the project, but I made sure there was a plan in place that had to be executed. Because once I decide to do something, I just go for it, and it has to be done. That's how I do in any projects I take on. And what Pipe and I did, we traveled to Haiti 3 times. And before going, first,
What year was that? What year was that? The traveling.
2017.
Okay.
Yes, it was 2000. I think it was 2016. Yes. So we did. I did my research, but a lot of these women I knew already because I
Mhm.
followed their work. And once I made my selection, I did call them to tell them that I had selected them for this project, and all of them graciously accepted. And we set a schedule. We had 3 trips to Haiti. It was pre-planned per day time. We spent hours with each woman, talking to them, photographing them in their element, which is what Pipe does when he
Mhm.
photographs. He likes
Beautiful.
that's his signature. That's his signature of his photography. He likes to photograph in your element, and he tells the story through that. So that really went well with the idea I had in mind. So Pipe and I couldn't have been better partners for this. And these women, we spent time with them in their environment, in their daily routine and their work, to really capture what they do while they were talking, and I was interviewing them and capturing all their sentiments and the appreciation of their work and everything they feel every on a daily working at their workshops.
What type of response when I know the book is both in English and French? Did you have a chance to launch it in any time in Haiti? What was the response there and at home, back home? Did you have a chance to present it anywhere?
Oh yes, we decided to launch on March 8th because that is Women International Day.
Mhm.
So that was the day of launch online, and people were already pre-ordering online. So once I launched, they started shipping, and we had the book release. The official book release was in Miami at the ICA Museum in the Design District. The museum was just inaugurated at that moment. That was the first book release in Miami. There was a great turnout. And we planned a book signing in Haiti at the Caribe Hotel, which also
Okay,
had a great turnout. So those were the two main events.
beautiful. And what was the response back in Haiti, back home?
I always sometimes when I'm with friends, um, I say, I don't I always tell them, I said, you can tell me, you can tell me. I know maybe they're not gonna tell me, the true.
Right, right.
I said, there's a saying I have. I said, don't hold back, just tell me, I can take it. Do you hear anything? And honestly, I hope it's true, but they always tell me everything we hear has been positive. I know that people always told me, it's people always tell me it's so beautiful. I don't understand how you did this in 1 year and a half. And the finishing is so beautiful. I
It
know
is.
it,
It is.
and
The
it took me days.
binding.
Yeah, it took me days to choose this color. And I would
Mhm.
ask, and my mom would say, I don't see the difference. They're all orange. I'm like, no, they're not all orange. There's a specific orange. So it took me time to approve the logo. And then also this cover, I mean, just it wasn't like this. And I couldn't sleep thinking about it. I love designing. So, but the response I hear is, and until now, people really appreciate it. And I think now there's a wall ball effect. The fact that more people have it and people are gifting it because
Mhm.
people have been ordering it online. It ships in a box. So I notice a lot of people are gifting it right now. And and I think it's been so far very positive from what I know.
Yes. Did you come out with the English version first, then the French, or how did that, or did you do it simultaneously, the same way, the same time?
The same time. And we were going back and forth. Would we do it bilingual or just have two separate editions? We thought
Mhm.
of the aesthetic of the book, it was better to do it either or. And I released both editions at the same time.
Okay. Wonderful. So, question for you. Um, how important is it for us as Haitians to share our story? Okay, the story of our land, of our country, and by doing so, in so doing, changing the narrative or the label that's been put on our country. And I did have a few pictures that I was selecting to show the slums areas of Haiti. When people that are who are not familiar with our country, they say, "Oh, you're from Haiti." They automatically see the slums and the violence and the dirt and the piles of refuse and so on and so forth. So, how important is it for us to be proud as Haitian, as a people, and then to tell our story, to educate people, and then change that negative um, feel or narrative they have about us?
You know, uh, information is information is marketing because we live in a digital world today. Information is marketing, and it may have any impact the way the message is delivered. And information is knowledge that spreads. So, the media certainly has put this image of Haiti that is always a negative one. It is very important because even myself as a Haitian person, I'm continuously learning new things about Haiti. So imagine someone that is not Haitian. And just the other day, there was a topic that just blew me away that I really had no idea. And I was just so amazed. So I do think there's still so much that the international community does not know about Haiti that are very positive. And I think changing the narrative any little way that each of us can will, it is a hard work, but you have to start somewhere because it creates a different interest in the country, not only what the negativity that people see in the media. So it is very important because at the end of the day, we're living in a world that information is shared so quickly and information can be so interpreted in many ways. So we have the platform available to us. Not only we've always had television, we have the news, we have social media, we have YouTube. I mean, TikTok. There's so much I can't even keep up. So there's so many ways to change the narrative. So I think it's just good marketing for the country and for our culture.
Right.
Now
Because
the power is in our hands now.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Say that again.
The power is in our hands.
Correct, correct. Because we're not living in days where we did not have the means to have a voice or to show real life, real things that are happening. And you mentioned Fiercy, you mentioned, I'm not sure if you mentioned Kenskov, but I know you said you stopped by Wallace. All of those areas are beautifully, they are virgin areas, if you wanna put it that way. The roads, although they're rugged, but when you are going to the back side of the country, um, we used to go on the mission field every year during the summer. Et lò pral nan province yo wap pase pas glo wap gade peyi an fre, peyi an bel, but people do not know that. And this is one of the reasons why when people, foreigners go to our country, they don't want to leave. They basically don't want to leave because they've come to appreciate that country, the beauty of it, the food, of course, the hospitality, and looking at a people who is so resilient in so many ways that inspires them, and they're there to stay. Some people have been there for 30, 40 years. All right.
I do agree with you. I did meet a couple in one of flying to Miami one time. They lived in Haiti and they did not want to leave. They were from a state in the United States. I can't remember which state, but somewhere really not one. It's a very small city somewhere. And they've been living in outside of Port-au-Prince for years because they got there, they loved it. And I agree to that. It happens all the time. So they appreciate the beauty of the country. And you just said a key word, that Haiti is a virgin, which I strongly believe. And not only the nature is beautiful as far as for tourism and everything that people don't know, but also with my entrepreneurial mindset,
Mm-hmm.
it is such a virgin. There's so many opportunities that I see. It's a little bit, there's so much that I would love to do, but it's just a little bit difficult. But there's so many opportunities that when I'm there, it just keeps popping nonstop in my head. So yes.
That's true. That's true. You see so many things that you could do that could be done, but unfortunately, one cannot do everything. So you do the part that you can do, and which is where you started with this book and other things. So now, which population did you have in mind? What was your target population when you put this out there?
Oh, for sure, it was the international community because these are such beautiful, well-made products. And I really believe in jobs and providing jobs. My mindset as a businesswoman was to stick to this topic, to encourage these women businesses, because you encourage them, you encourage what they're doing. Magali from Caribbean Craft, she employs so many, over 100 employees. That's a lot. That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot for her. And the others, employ a little less, but it's still something. So I believe, the more you encourage these, but for me, it was more the international marketplace for them to export and continue to export and encourage what they started, because I strongly believe in creating jobs. It solves some of the problems, within the family, giving food, insurance, and their well-being.
Right. Preparing to come on the platform yesterday, we were talking, the team, we were talking, and you said that you are very, very creative, which I could relate to that. And you said you're always working on something, you're always cooking something, your friends or people who know you always like, okay, what are you working on now? So tell us, besides this great accomplishment, what's next for Françoise Elise. Is there a sequel? I believe I heard you said you started with the women. So hopefully I'm picking up, I'm assuming that there is a second one that's going to be about the man or something like that. So
But
tell us, what are you up to? What do you have cooking up?
bon, m toujou ap travay. M toujou ap travay sou plusieurs bagay. I'm always working. Um, I can tell you from the Haiti book signing, the men were telling me, "What about us?" And I said, "You know, I will come to you guys soon." But
That sounds just like them. That sounds just like them.
so you know, it is in the plan to do another edition for sure. But one thing I can say is, um, and I'm so happy of the title that we picked, Haiti Rediscovered, because this is endless. I'm continuously rediscovering Haiti,
Hmm.
and I want the rest of the world to rediscover Haiti. And there's so much that can be said.
Hmm.
This is going to be this is going to other dynamics. So there is more to come with Haiti that we discovered. I can say that for sure. But other projects I'm working on, I know you mentioned my fashion that has
Hmm.
been on hold, obviously with COVID, and I've been rebranding. I will be launching my new fashion collection towards the end of this year, hopefully, and that will be my next exciting project for this year, my creative project.
And that's a jewelry collection. And tell us the name of it.
It will be a jewelry collection inspired by Haiti, of course, and it is living with a Creole accent because a woman, her best accent is her jewelry. So it will be a Creole accent. So it's living with
Vivre
a
avec un accent créole.
voila.
Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And that is to be on the market when? You said launching in 2021?
Launching in 2021, I've been on calls all this week, rushing and pushing. These things take a lot of patience, and
I can imagine.
oh my God, it takes patience, and you're constantly managing so many different aspects of putting a collection together. But it is coming together beautifully. I can't wait to launch. It's going to be very, very different. It's going to adapt to the current young uh, culture of fashion these days that we see, but
Mhm.
with a Creole accent, which
With a
is
Creole accent.
what will
So
definitely sets it apart.
when they see it, exactly, when they see it, they will wonder, wait a minute, what is this?
There,
And
people
that's
will ask, "What is this, and where did you get it, and what does it mean? Where is it from?" But it will be a
wow,
statement.
wow, and that becomes a topic of for conversation, right? That opens up a door for people to be conversating, and like we said, to change the narrative about
Ex-
Haiti. Period.
Exactly.
Wow,
Exactly.
good work, good work. Come on, people. Come on, I'm excited. I'm excited. Et ça, c'est moun pa nou. C'est pas étranger k'ap fait bagay sa yo. C'est moun pa nou. C'est nou même encore k'ap fait yo. So this is very absolutely exciting. So when are you going to be launching it? Like maybe the fall sometime?
I think towards the end, I think I'm really hoping for it will be before the holidays for sure. It will be before the holidays.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen. But in the meantime, I always have to keep, I always have to find some way to keep it interesting. I
Mhm.
am launching the edit, and the edit is they are items that I curate myself. Um, Pascal Teo's items are already on my website, although I have not released a campaign yet. What I'm doing in the edit by Françoise Elise, I'm curating special items that I personally love, that I wear, that I use, and I select unique items from Haitian women in Haiti, and they are available on my website and will be shipping from the US to anywhere around the world. And Pascal Teo's items are already on the website, and she's the first featured designer. And there are more that are coming in a couple of weeks.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it's something to sustain us until the big launching. Beautiful. It's already 8:11. I'm not sure if they have they're captured. They're captivated by you, Francoise. So there is one thing I wanted to discuss here towards the end of the book, besides all the other proverbs that you have put in there. Um, you put in towards the end of it, you said, "Nous sewozo," right? Nous sewozo, all right? Même si nous plier, nous pas casser, all right? We are like reeds, though we may bend, we will never break. That itself encapsulates the Haitian people, the Haitian society, right? So, in light of what's been going on this past year, year and a half, how does this fit? Côté, est-ce que ça la prale, how can you apply this in light of those events that we all know about and we just cringe? Is this Haiti? Is this the land that I grew up in? Right?
You
So
know,
how does that?
it's interesting that, I put it at the end of the book. It makes, I I have to say I haven't done an interview in a while, but this is, refreshing everything, and I put it at the end of the book because it's I really believe in this, and I only think you have one option, is to be positive. It's to be positive, and I really think we can change things around. And I only want to believe that it will get better.
Yes,
It will get better.
and that in itself opens a door. Like, um, it's like there is a suivi. Il y aura un suivi, ok? Bien que moment ça, que n'a passé en son moment qui terrible, son moment qui dur, qu'a rentré dans l'histoire, nous, but there's more to come. Just like when 9/11 happened, that was not the end.
It's
America did, right? America did not break. There was more to come. Better was to come. So I believe ending the book with this is like a ray of hope. Right now, nous c'est roseau, n'a pas un mauvais frappe, ok? Nous passons un mauvais moment, but nous pas cassé, n'a pas recamper encore, right? So I think ending it that way, it's beautiful, and that leaves room for the second one to just like come in.
I'm really happy that you enjoyed the quotes, because I really love quotes, and I constantly post them on my Instagram because they do something for me, and I hope they do for other people as well. I think, when you wake up with a positive mindset, that will set the tone for the rest of your day, right? So I just love quotes altogether. My Instagram, there's always quotes, and people are always fascinated by them because they're always deep in meaning.
Yes, yes.
Not so simple. I love really powerful quotes, and this is a powerful one. And you know what? I'm so happy that you reminded me. I think I will post it soon, because
Yes.
this needs to be a reminder.
Yes,
of
yes, absolutely.
what Haiti is going through right now. This is the perfect reminder.
It's not going to break. It's gonna rise again. It's gonna rise again.
And
Another one
this is just a chapter. We all, on a personal level, like you just mentioned, 9/11. It's a chapter in a book. There's another chapter. So it's just, to me,
Absolutely.
a chapter.
Well said, Francoise. There's another one that says l'espoir fait vivre. Hope makes life worth living. I'm gonna throw one at you now. You have to explain this one to me. Belle femme, belle malais. Gotcha. Now you talked about the Mana saga. We didn't talk about the Mana saga. So now you're talking about belle femme, belle malais. What does that mean?
I had to throw some humor in there. It's just
Gotcha. Yeah.
Listen, people think, beautiful is always the answer. They always say the superficiality of things is always the answer. Not really. You may be a beautiful person, but you know what? If you're not beautiful inside, it doesn't count, right?
Yes,
So to me, that quote, belle femme, belle malheur, it's like, you know what? It's people tend to focus on the superficial side of things.
Mhm.
It's not always dandy. like they say.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
bel femme, bel malheur, you know. So well, it says it for itself.
Wow. Okay. All right. There's someone who's asking a question. Do you feel discouraged sometimes when Haiti has its bad moments with political violence, kidnapping? How do you keep your optimism and passion alive for your country when these things occur? That's a great question. Thank you for wow, Stacy.
I'm going
Thank
to
you
try
for
to be as
Stacy.
candid as possible, but I get very upset. I really do get very upset. It really, really, really baffles me.
Who doesn't?
I
Who
mean,
doesn't?
I just, it drives me, I don't know, it drives me off the wall because I know it's not an easy situation to fix
Mm-hmm.
because no, you know, no, it, it's not an easy situation to fix because you wouldn't know where to begin. That's how bad it is. But
Correct.
um, I don't get discouraged. I'm not, it's not in my nature. Even though sometimes even me, I'll have a bad day in Haiti, I understand, but I really, really always keep it moving. That's my motto in everything I do, is to keep it moving. Because if you fall, you know, everything else will fall. It's like the potomitan, you just have to keep going. And
Right.
I am discouraged, I am disappointed right now, but there's like it's going back to what I was saying, that richness that is there, that is available in
Untapped.
aspects that I can think of. I mean, if this was a different conversation of business, I could even begin to tell you how many business opportunities that I see. But so it has to, it will flourish. It has, there has to be, it has to.
Yeah. Yes. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. Well, I think we are coming to an end of our conversation. I really, really enjoyed this. I was looking for another quote just to throw at you just because. So
Uh,
this book is available on Amazon, is that right? And on your website. Shita Babai. I like this one, yes. Shita Babai. This book is available on Amazon and on your website.
it's available on my website because Amazon, it's only shipping within the United States. It's
Okay.
also available on Amazon Canada, for Canada. And my website, it's available for anywhere around the world.
Okay.
United
And
States, internationally, from my website, yes.
remind us,
Françoiselise.com.
what's the website again? What?
Françoiselise.com.
Just your name.
Just my name,
Francois.
first name, last name, and .com.
Elise.com. Elise with a S, right?
No, it's Z, Elizee.
With a Z. Okay. Elise.
Francois,
Dot com.
Elizee.
Yes, I got it. FrancoiseElise.com. So right there, they will find the book, right?
Yes.
And Miss Stacy is asking, what's your Instagram?
Oh, it's
That's
my name, Françoise Elise.
her name. That's her name, Stacy. That's a young lady. So she wants to know. Okay, you got it, Stacy. FrancoiseElise.com. So she's gonna check you out and go order that book. It's in French and it's in English. Okay, beautiful work, beautiful, solid work. And I like the presentation. My closest friends will tell you I'm all about presentation. I just love the presentation. I mean, that's
Can I tell you why I decide? That's one of the reasons I decided to self-publish.
uh
I opened my publishing company, Elise Publishing, because I wanted to keep the price point at an affordable price. It's $50, and to be able to have it in a box with this finishing, I had to have control of the production, printing, and all of that to keep it
yes,
at a decent price.
yes,
So it's $50 the unit for, it's 260 pages. And
yes,
the box, I just love the box. I don't know if I keep sliding it in and out because I think it just gives it such a elegance to it.
yes, yes, absolutely. Very nice, very classy and well done. That means that shows that you care about your image, you care about your name, you care about what you're presenting to people. It's just not something that you put together. That's beautiful. So $50, it's worth to have in your on your bookshelf, people. Just like last week we had we had Miss Dolphin with us, who had a beautiful children book for Haiti. We are people, Haitian people are moving. This generation is on the go. I just love it. She published a book on children, okay, because she said she wants to be able to walk into a Walmart or Barnes and Noble to see a variety of children books written by Haitian people. I mean, how beautiful is that? And
Oh
she also
wow.
had her publishing company, and I'm surprised you also created your publishing company. This is just wonderful.
Yes.
Again, we thank you. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any more questions for you, Francois, but we thank you. We say
Oh,
congratulations
thank
and
you.
continued success to you. Keep going with your creative self, with your creative mind. Keep those wheels going. And I know once you see it, if you see it, it can happen, okay? If I see it, it can happen.
It will
So thank
happen.
you again. May God bless the works of your hand. May you go from success to success in everything that you do. And may every door that was closed open for you. All right.
Thank you so
This is
much.
the blessing that
Wow.
I'm going to send you with. All right. May
Thank you.
every door.
I hope to be back anytime. This was fun.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. This is your platform. We're no strangers. Just give us a call. All
Oh, thank
right.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. I'm going to take you off screen. Thank you, Francoise. Come on, guys. Say thank you to her. Wasn't she beautiful?
Oh,
Yes, Stacy. Stacy say thank you. Continue the hard work. Haiti will soon be represented properly thanks to people like you. That's
oh
a
my
young,
God, that is one of the
that's
grandest
a
compliments.
young girl. Okay, that's a young lady. She's just about to graduate high school.
Wow.
So this is young people here who's
Amazing.
saying this. Yes. Thank you, Stacy. Well done. God bless you. Good night.
Bye.
So, people, I will be meeting with you tomorrow morning for our regular session of prayer and meditation of the word. Yesterday morning, I think something happened with the sound. I'm not sure, but I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Those of you who have not yet subscribed on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, please do so. And like and share on Facebook and share on YouTube. All right. God bless you guys again. Thank you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you. May he give you his grace. May the Lord turn his face toward you. May he give you his peace. Good night. I'll see you next Thursday for another Thursday Night Live with Minister Sarah Betroni. God bless you.